You have tuned into A Family Affair, your local sports and news talk show on C2C Indie Radio with your hosts, Naquan and Darnell. Let's talk sports.
Yes, sir. Welcome back, man. It's Family Affair. I'm your host, Naquan, alongside Big Unc, Darnell.
Yes, sir.
Every week, Thursday, 6 to 7 on C2C Radio. Man, this is my favorite time of year, bro. You got NBA games, you got NFL games, you got college football, you got college basketball starting up soon. This is all going on until June. We got a game damn near every night. It's a beautiful thing.
Yeah, definitely best time of the year, other than when all the playoffs going on. But this is definitely.
Oh, absolutely. This is the start of it though, because right around right around February, you got the Super Bowl. You got the second half of the NBA season starting up. You getting ready for March Madness. You got the bowl game. Like. This is it. This is it for me, man. Every night you got something to watch.
I hear you. Definitely good. How's your weekend though? The week go?
Good week for me, man. The boys, we only had one game this weekend. Kyrie's team still undefeated, clinched the number 1 seed. Playoffs start this weekend, so we're getting warmed up for that. Anja's season is basically done. He got one more game on next Wednesday, and they're going to wrap up their season. His team's still undefeated. They're doing big. Both teams, man, doing big things. What's going on with you, my man?
Busy as usual, just working. Had a little day off today, but had a lot of running around to do, so ain't really feel like a day off, but the week good. Vikings won over the weekend, so.
Well, you know what? Let's get into it. Vikings reaction. So we beat the
let Kirk cook.
Yes.
Dalvin and Madison to get there, but let Kirk cook.
So tell me, what'd you feel about the game?
I feel like Zimmer let him ball like he did early in the season, but then I feel like there's a couple games, the Browns game, the Lions game, he just got real conservative, went back to old habits. So I'm just like, I feel like this past week was like the wake-up call, like, I got to let this dude ball.
Not to mention, right before a bye week, it's good to, go off with a win. I was impressed with the play. I know the week before we came in after that game and was killing the play calling.
Because it felt like a loss.
No, the Detroit game, yes, I agree 100%. I felt like the play calling was less conservative this week, but we still got a ways to go. Fourth quarter. That's the thing with Zimmer. Zimmer, whenever he get in a big-time situation, he gets nervous.
In his defense, this game, he had a lead, so he ran the ball. He was up 11 in the fourth. I admit you have to actually keep picking up the first downs for that to work.
Right.
Other than that, you need to keep throwing
that's okay. So that's my big issue. And it's not even a big issue. It's just I would like to be less predictable. Like, it's an 11-point lead. It's not a 20-point.
By no means over.
You know what I'm saying? Like, the game's not over. That's all I'm saying, because it could change quick, a turnover, anything. Like, keep going with what got you to this point.
I did see a silver lining in that, though.
What's that?
Because, remember, in the preseason and through the draft, I kept telling you about, Darisaw and Davis. Every time they ran behind Darisaw,
he needs more playing time.
He's the starter.
Did he start?
Last game was his first start.
Oh, okay. Because I seen Davis in there a couple times, and he got us a few holding penalties, and it pissed me off.
Oh no, he not starting yet. He coming on, but he was hurt. That's his thing. So I'm more pushing Darisaw because Rashad Hill, him at
that's what I'm talking about. I seen him a couple times, and he got not. Dookie. I'm not the other guy. Rashad Hill is who I'm referring to.
Yeah, Darisaw took his spot against.
I want to see more Darisaw and less.
Oh no,
Rashad
that's
Hill.
his.
No, I know, but there was a couple times they let Rashad Hill in the game and holding, like killing drives.
Oh, the tape don't lie. He better not.
Better not touch the field, right?
Darisaw better be in the whole game.
No, I feel you on that. I definitely feel you on that. So we got
a left tackle for the next 15 years.
Right. 15 a little. He came
10 to 15.
Yeah, I was gonna say because he came in his rookie year hurt, so we'll knock on wood on that one. But as far as the game goes, we now have a bye. What adjustments do you think we need to make in the second half of the season?
Well, I think we're in trouble a little bit in the secondary because Pat P gonna be on injury reserve, so he's gonna miss at least 3 games. Right. So I'm thinking
what is it, a hamstring?
Yeah, they said it was cramps during the game, but we was watching. I was like, that's his hamstring.
Well, so I watched. So Pat Peterson and Brian, what's his name? His co-host on that.
Oh, I know you're talking about.
I can't remember his co-host.
I know the show you're talking about. It's like a podcast.
Yeah, they have their own podcast, and I was listening. And
he used to play for the Steelers. I forgot his name though.
Pat P was telling him that he thought it was cramps, but MRI showed it was a slight tear or something like that. That was it. So yeah, we're gonna be missing Pat P for the next 3 weeks.
Oh, Dantzler.
I'm not gonna lie,
man. This
for you
to play the whole. This your chance.
Worst time.
And y'all got y'all work cut out for y'all because we play the Cowboys right after the bye. So
yeah, this is probably the worst time to be missing Pat P. So what are we gonna do?
Darnell and that front four, they got to get after it in any way, every way possible because we gonna probably have to play zone. We'll mix in man and zone, but we gonna have to rely on them to get the pressure. And occasionally bring it in Barr or Kendricks because they can't do it the whole game. So you gotta send. Sheldon Richardson is gonna be key.
Okay.
Because especially if Pierce not back next game.
I didn't even know Pierce. I noticed he didn't play in this past game. I didn't even know he was hurt.
He is out. He was out the game before too. It's his elbow, but they thinking he could come back for the Dallas game. If he come back, that's gonna be a big boost. You got him
because he started off the season pretty good.
Both our D tackles did well. They Mixon kind of had his way a little bit, but I felt like that was more on the edge. It wasn't up the middle because I don't know.
Yeah. I think our interior defensive line has been,
and I think that's where people going because they as good as Everson has been, they're running towards him because. Danielle,
he's been good in the passing.
Yeah, but running they running right over him. So I don't know if they want to switch it out and put Wenham back in because Wenham was balling last year. So
no, and he had a couple plays this past game too.
Right, because he not particularly happy that Everson getting all the snaps since he came back because he probably thought he was gonna start, but you gotta step your game up.
Yeah. This is survival of the fittest. You don't produce, we gotta put you on the bench.
But I think we got a shot. We got a tough stretch, but I think we could. If we could go 2-2, 3-1, I'd be happy.
So for those who don't know, our tough stretch, we have the Cowboys coming up. We have the Niners coming up. Baltimore's coming up. So yeah, we got some tough games ahead of us.
I'm gonna be honest. Like, those are all tough matches, but Lamar and the Ravens scare me the most because you just don't know what he's going to do on a play-in, play-out basis.
No, I am definitely worried about Lamar, but I feel like being that Zimmer is a defensive coach, I feel like the second half of the season, the defense has to step up.
Tighten it up.
No, let your feelings out because I agree with you 100%. Like, he's living on reputation at this point. He's supposed to be this defensive guru, and our defense is getting lit up, especially in the run game.
Yeah, I thought the passing would be worse.
Right. I thought the passing would be worse, but we're 23rd in rushing defense.
But I think the passing, I think that got more to do with our D-line because we first in sacks, bro. We getting after it when they drop it back to pass.
And I'm fine with that. I do love our pass rush, but we have to do something else in as far as stopping the run because
once you go open up the run, you could do
anything. Right. But before we get into our commercial break, I do want to talk about the college football rankings. Iowa goes down real quick.
You predicted it. You was right.
Okay. I just wanted to get your reaction from that because Iowa goes down.
Oh, don't worry. I'll get you back when we talk about the Lakers because I was right. You was wrong.
All I'm gonna say is Michigan is number 6. We got a big game at noon, but we're coming.
I'm just saying that ranking not gonna last. It's either y'all gonna lose to Michigan State or Ohio State. Do y'all still pay Penn State?
Yes.
Yeah, y'all be unranked by end of the year.
Unranked? Wow.
Y'all gonna lose all 3 of them games.
Penn State, Ohio State, and who?
Penn State's better than y'all.
Are they ranked higher than us?
Rankings don't mean nothing. You still get your boot smoke.
And we're gonna beat them.
You want to put a wager on it?
No.
Oh, okay.
Listen, Michigan, I'm not trusting y'all till y'all beat Ohio State. So
you ain't never gonna trust them.
It's this year.
Lie again.
All right, we're going to get into a quick commercial break, and when we come back, we're going to get into the NFL news. We got Baker Mayfield, we got Deshaun Watson, and our top
Miracle.
picks.
Baker, you ain't getting it back.
Hello. All right, we'll be back.
Have faith in your future. Know that you're destined for more than a paycheck. You were born to live your purpose. Join a community of believers seeking higher education at Nyack College. Apply or transfer to a degree in business, nursing, social work, ministry, music, and more. 95% of students receive financial aid, so apply now at nyack.edu. Nyack College. Have faith in your future.
You got cheesecake and you got ice cream. So when you put the two of those together, does that make it one thing?
I'm not even listening to you right now.
Sonic Cheesecake Blast.
I'm really having an experience here. This is...
You know how you know the Big Mac is the greatest burger ever? Because you're singing the jingle to yourself right now. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
Welcome back. It's time for Family Ties and get into our NFL topics. So, we have a game tonight, the Browns versus the Broncos. And one key ingredient missing from that game is Baker Mayfield. Let's get into Baker.
Addition by subtraction. He hurt. He been playing like Doogie,
Okay.
number 1 pick. I feel like Keenum is gonna. I think he's gonna thrive in it. It's the same offense he ran in Minnesota. That's when he had his most success.
With Stefanski,
Right.
the Browns head coach.
Baker, because they the way they was talking today, they were saying all options are on the table. I'd give it 2 weeks. If Keenum doing what he was doing the year we had him, Baker, go ahead and have your surgery.
I'm with you 100%. Would you pay Baker?
No. We already talked about this. Franchise tag him if you're going to keep him at all. Because at this point, he's played long enough to know what he is.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like they know what it is. So I just feel like, oh, it's curtains. Like, you ain't it.
So hear me out. Instead of paying Baker, because that's my only thing is if you don't pay him, what are you going to do at quarterback? So what I'm thinking, if Case Keenum performs the same way he performed when he had a team built around him in Minnesota, he's less money. He does the same thing Baker does. Why not give him the contract instead of Baker?
The reason I wouldn't pay Keenum, even though it'd be less.
No, pay him.
No, pay him the lower salary. The reason I wouldn't give him like a deal, even if it's low, he's not reliable for the long stretches.
Kind of like what's his
Foles.
name? Foles, yeah, Nick Foles.
I feel like he's great at being a backup. He's not a starter.
He's not consistent enough.
Right. I would draft him.
I see
else.
what you're saying, but that year with us, if you put a team around him, which they can do, because you pay Baker. That's the thing. You pay
Baker. You got to start trading people.
Right. Even with the franchise tag, you're gonna lose some people because that franchise tag is not cheap.
Well, I just automatically assume if they give him a deal or franchise him, OBJ going anyway because that's a quick 15 to 18 million.
Well, I don't think losing OBJ will hurt them that because he barely uses him. His number one is
that's the other thing. OBJ might go off tonight because he has somebody that can throw him the ball. Because like what he did with Diggs and Thielen,
right? But that's my thing. I think that has the potential of getting him benched.
And you want to know what's funny? I was so hurt when I initially heard this news. I was just like, I just put in a waiver claim to drop OBJ and get AJ Brown. I'm just like,
you picked up I dropped AJ Brown.
I got a waiver on him, but it's only if somebody else don't put a waiver claim on him. But now I'm just like, maybe I should just cancel it and keep OBJ because he might ball with Keenum.
I wouldn't waste it on AJ Brown. He ain't give me shit all season.
Last game he performed.
Oh shoot, not better than Jamar Chase. I'll tell you that much.
Well, that's different. Jamar Chase balling.
I'm not gonna lie. I have him on my team, but I did not expect him to do much.
Yeah, he basically probably your number one receiver.
Not over Devontae Adams.
Wow.
Yo, my man.
You picked a Packer.
No. Because this is your fault.
That's not my fault.
Yes, it is.
You picked a Packer. Oh,
bro.
I can't.
I didn't get the draft.
I need a drink. He picked a Packer.
In my defense, Darnell was the commissioner of our fantasy league. I
told y'all 2 days before the draft.
No, you didn't. He told us 2 weeks before the draft.
2 days.
It was 2 weeks.
2 days, because I told y'all the draft was Tuesday.
No, he didn't. It was not 2 days. Not only that.
I got screenshots and text messages.
Not only that, he needs to understand that I'm a parent.
You do realize my older brother is a parent. He made the draft.
Oh. Jamar didn't. Jamar missed the draft.
Jamar got other stuff besides being a parent.
No. The difference is Armand has older kids, so he doesn't have to parent. His kids is teenagers. He can let them rock. Me and Jamar?
Excuses.
Well, watch this comeback. Then we're going to talk about excuses. Anyways, back to Baker. So, my big thing about Baker is I feel like this time with him injured is going to tell Cleveland what they should do. Because if Keenum, that's my I feel like Baker does have the upper hand because it's like if you don't pay me, you get 2 franchise tags. Excuse me. If you don't pay me, you get 2 franchise tags, and then what? You know what I'm saying? Like, so Baker does have the upper hand in that, and unless Keenum balls out, and then it's like, no, Baker, your success is based off the team built around you.
And therefore you're replaceable.
Right.
But I think he's replaceable either way.
I don't think Baker knows that.
Yeah, he has a high self-esteem. But
and then
this is what I think about it. I think regardless if Case ball or not, you can still move off him because he's on his rookie deal, so you don't have to have a penalty or anything. It's not like our situation with Kirk. You know, Kirk is balling, so go ahead, Kirk.
Yeah.
But dang, that sounded weird coming out.
I know, right?
But yeah, I like. I'm looking at what he's doing. I'm just like, your production is replaceable. Like, you get some. It's not a particularly good draft class to get a quarterback, but you can also pick somebody up on free agency.
Not to mention, every year there's a sleeper on quarterback because just think about it. Lamar Jackson year, he was the 5th quarterback drafted. Everybody was sleeping on him. He might be the best quarterback of that draft.
We could have had him. We picked Mike Hughes.
What's Mike Hughes doing? Is he even on the team?
the
You know what?
Chiefs.
We don't have to go back down. But
Him and J-Ron Curry. But he's actually balling for
I was
Dallas.
gonna say Javon. I just seen him. Javon Curse is balling actually.
J-Ron.
Whatever.
Yeah.
He ain't a Viking.
I hope Dalvin run him over.
So another topic this week is Deshaun Watson. He's trades between Texans and Miami. What was that?
To Miami. Welcome to Miami.
Would you do it? In a heartbeat.
I was gonna say, like, you gotta think about it. Tua.
Well, believe it or not, a lot of people are like, "No, you don't know what's gonna happen." Da, da, da. I'm like, listen,
he'll get a suspension next year. And you deal with it,
right? Because that's my thing.
You want to be stay strapped to Tua?
Tua, right? If I was Miami, I wouldn't have traded my 3rd pick. I would have traded Tua.
No, I think Tua
And
included.
drafted. I would have drafted because I was high on what's the San Francisco quarterback? Lance. I was high on him. I would have drafted him or Fields. I don't know what Miami was thinking because my thing is Miami going into that draft, you benched Tua multiple times for Ryan Fitzpatrick.
I'm just like, oh my.
Right. So my thing
I'm be
is,
honest, they should have never put Tua in. Fitzpatrick was balling.
Yes.
They were winning. He bailed Tua out mad times.
All right. In their defense, with Ryan Fitzpatrick.
It's just a matter of time, but
Yeah, right.
Tua was such a steep fall. Like, you should.
No, I agree.
And y'all was in playoff contention. Like, don't do that.
But my thing is the fact that you were doing that, like you were taking Tua out in the middle of games to put in a closer. And then you put in a closer it's not like you're putting in Aaron Rodgers, you're putting in Ryan Fitzpatrick. So that should tell you right there, Tua is not that guy. So me personally, I would have drafted a quarterback. They didn't, but they now have an opportunity to do that. Or you know what? Like I said, I'd rather have Deshaun Watson.
Yeah, because the people that's coming out this year, it's just like
with the suspension.
Do you really want Spencer Rattler? Do you really want?
My thing is,
what's the dude from
Houston?
Cincinnati?
Last year, when Deshaun Watson was playing, Houston basically they gave him nothing to work with. You trade D-Hop,
and he still
put up damn near 5,000 yards.
He go to Miami. He got Devontae Parker. He got ain't Will Fuller there too now?
Yeah,
Will Fuller there.
And then
and he had Will Fuller in Houston.
Well, my thing is, Miami's defense last year was elite. The issue this year is the offense can't stay on the field.
I was just about to say that. The defense not bad. They're just on the field too much.
They're tired. You give them Deshaun Watson, let them get a break. Bro, I don't know. I think they have an opportunity to get a lot better if they trade Tua and get Deshaun.
That's the only way to get better because I feel like your defense is going to be as good as it's going to get. You got 2 high-paid corners. Byron Jones' cheeks, but Xavier Howard, he that deal.
I did not understand the Byron Jones thing.
I just like, you already got Xavier Howard, but now you about to pay him. And at the time, you paid him more than Xavier Howard. So I'm just like.
Well, I mean, they knew they were going to pay Xavier Howard later.
But I would have used Xavier Howard. Wait, what you said?
I knew they were going to pay Howard later. So that really doesn't.
Well, man, he had to threaten to sit out and stuff to get paid though.
You know what?
That's why I'm just like, I'd have used it as a buyer and shit in free agency. That's like, yo, you're not better than our number 1 guy, so why are we paying you number 1 money? Like, you're a number 2. Like,
that's an excellent.
That's some goofy stuff.
That's an excellent point. So, with all that said, I want to know, who do you think are the top contenders in the NFL right now.
Bills had a tough loss, but there's I still think they're playing the best right now out of everybody.
The Bills.
Yep.
Okay, so let me give you my top 10.
So why don't you just go first? And then, because I'm about to run through. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Because I'm not going to lie.
Yeah, because you got some interesting picks.
The Bills surprised me from you. So, because I have the Bills number 3. So here's my top 10. Mm-hmm. I have the Cardinals at number 1. I have the Rams at number 2. I have the Bills at number 3. Cowboys at number 4. Bucks at number 5. Before we even get to the next 5. Before we even get to the next 5. So tell me your issues.
I dropped the Rams down lower.
Where would you put the Rams? And why? Because they're 5-1.
I'd switch. Well, I moved the Bills up ahead of everybody. I don't care if the Cardinals undefeated. We should have beat them. They're not that good to me. They're good, but they're.
So the reason I have Cardinals number 1, we say all those things, but bro, they're winning.
No, I hear you.
They're winning. There's nobody has.
You
beaten
think they
them
beat
yet.
the Bills?
Yes, right now, yes. And let me tell you why.
I don't.
Let me tell you why. That offense is different.
It's a finesse offense. The way to beat the Bills, you have to be physical. They're not a physical football team.
I like their running back. They use their running back very well. Like handoffs, screens.
Kansas City offense and Arizona offense. Which you think they even, right? Or you think Arizona's better?
No, that's what I was getting at. I feel the Chiefs are elite.
So
offensive.
if the Bills can deal with them and hold them to 20 points, what you think they're gonna do with them?
The difference is the Chiefs doesn't have any defense, so Josh Allen is able to do whatever he wants against them.
Bro, they held the Chiefs to 20 points. I haven't ever heard of them getting held to 20 points with Pat Mahomes.
And that's one game. That's one game.
Bro, that's probably the lowest point total Pat Mahomes ever put out.
It's not, but I gotta see more from the Bills. Like you act like I got the Bills at fucking 9. I got them at 3. It ain't a slight.
No, I'm just saying they better than the Rams.
I like the Rams, man.
Their defense not as good as it was last year.
I agree.
And the Cardinals smoked them in their place.
I agree that the defense isn't the elite level it was last year, but I feel like it's coming.
Yeah, you got the Cowboys too high.
Believe it or not, I like the Cowboys, bro.
I don't care if you like them, love them, whatever.
I do.
Sorry, Cowboys fans, and I'm not trying to build no hate, but we play y'all in 2 weeks.
So who?
I'll deal with y'all.
So you put? I obviously okay. The Bucks beat the Cowboys, but that Bucks secondary, I'm not.
The
convinced.
fact that you got the Cowboys ahead of the Bucks,
even though I knew that would be an issue. I knew it, but let me explain why.
Okay, Kevin Hart, let me explain. Go ahead. I'm gonna let you do your talk.
The reason why I got the Cowboys, they can do it all. They can run the ball, they can pass the ball, and they can get stops.
So can like 17 other teams in the league. Wait, you said get a stop?
Yes.
Bro, they just went to overtime with New England. They got one of the bottom 5 offenses in the league.
It's a national televised game.
What? You're using that as an excuse?
It's Bill Belichick. Like, everybody, like, they're going to have, like, they didn't play as great. But overall, I feel like, I feel like if you put the Cowboys against the Bucks right now, with that secondary.
Oh, the Super Bowl not played in October.
The
playoffs don't play in October.
This is not for October. This is right now. Right now, who I'm seeing, who's playing the best?
Even right now, the Bucks are playing better.
I don't agree.
Goodness gracious.
Bucks is playing some softies. So we're gonna
get.
What
You think Dallas played? Who they played? Carolina, the Giants, the Eagles.
They shut down Justin Herbert in that great offense. So
you know Dallas only scored 3 more points than them. So don't say shut down because they shut down Dallas too. Then It's a
who
poke?
won? See, that's your
50-something
problem.
yard
That's your
field goal,
problem,
bro.
That's your problem. You're a mediocre person, so you like the little subjective wins. No, they got the W.
You said they shut down the Chargers. They didn't.
What the Chargers score? 20 points, if that.
How much the Cowboys score?
Did they get the
20.
W? Did they get the W?
So would they play?
The
Would
Chargers
they beat
defense-
them in a rematch?
It could go either way, but what I'm saying is,
But you got the Chargers ranked 2 more spots below that. Like
you act like it's 30 spots. It's a top 10. It's not a top 100.
I think that's another thing. The Ravens should be ahead of the Cowboys.
We didn't even get to that side of the. So let
Oh,
me finish.
my bad.
Let me finish.
You stopped at 5. Nobody told you to stop.
So I gave you 1 through 5. 1 through 5 was Cardinals, Rams, Bills, Cowboys, and Bucks. 6 through 10, I have the Ravens, Chargers, Packers, Kansas City, and Tennessee.
I don't know if I'd put. No, that's cool.
No, tell me what you feel.
no,
Because honestly, I'm gonna be honest. I feel like you should be giving me my flowers right now for such a great list. But for you to be,
don't get ahead of yourself. Like cut it.
yo, bro, this is a phenomenal list. I'm actually surprised that you have disputes right now.
See, you on your Skip Davis right now, because like, oh my. Okay, the Ravens should be in your top 5. The Cowboys should be where the Ravens are. Yes.
Ravens got too many injuries. Now, don't get me wrong.
And they're still spanking people. The same Chargers team that the Cowboys struggled to beat, they beat the brakes off them. Don't do that. It wasn't even close. Just manhandled 34-6. Y'all beat them 20-17.
Don't say y'all. I am not.
No,
a
you
Cowboys.
feeling a little
Don't
Cowboys
Don't
fan.
disrespect me. I am not a Cowboys fan. But you know what it is? I feel like the Cowboys get a lot of slack for the fact that
Because
they
are always torpedo. If they start good, they
No. What it is Cowboys fans piss everybody off. Let's be honest.
I'm not gonna lie. I don't like Cowboys. But
The crazy
I
thing
still
is-
agree they're a top 10 team.
The
I
crazy
still agree
thing
they're a
is,
top 10 team.
the crazy thing is, Cowboys fans don't irritate me anymore as much as Philly fans. But we'll get into that later. But
because
But
they
what I'm-
won that
but I
one
feel
chip,
like-
and then we can't say nothing because they beat us to
right,
get there.
but I feel like a lot of Cowboys haters are sticking that based on the past. And I'm sorry, I watched the Cowboys play. I'm impressed. They've been balling. Dak, for example, I thought
I've been
just-
telling you about Dak for years.
I thought Dak was just Kirk Cousins with more confidence. Dak is balling.
Right.
And that running game is balling. The defense isn't balling, but they're enough. They get the job done.
I don't know. When they play good offense, they did well against the Chargers, like you
Bro,
said.
they're 5-1. They played the Bucks, who probably have the
They
best
played the Bucks and
offense
the
in the
Chargers.
league. All right, not the best, because
It's one of the best, though.
But that's what I mean. It's one of the best. Like, it's not like they lost to a slouch team with a slouch offense. No, they held their own against one of the best offenses in the league.
opening night.
That's
You don't
and
think the Bucks are better than opening night?
I think the Cowboys have beat the Bucks now.
Ugh, you pushing.
I do. I'm not gonna lie to you. I do. But we got our picks going now. So the picks I did this week, I did Broncos, Browns, Colts versus Niners, Chiefs versus the Titans, and Lions versus the Rams. So I got the Browns winning tonight. I got the Rams beating the Bengals. I got the Niners beating the Colts. I got the Chiefs beating the Titans. And I got the Rams beating the Lions, but I do think it's close. You don't think so? I think Jared Goff is going
They
to...
know Jared Goff. They saw him every day for the last
You know what?
5,
That's
6 years.
fair.
They about
That's
to-
fair.
Jalen Ramsey gonna have a pick 6. Aaron Donald gonna have like 4 sacks. Anderson in LA, they're beating the.
The reason. So let me
do my picks.
The reason why I said no, I got the Rams. The reason why I said I think it might be close is because you got the Lions coach calling out Jared Goff. Jared Goff is going back. He wants to prove a point.
What does it mean? Not a damn thing.
You might be right. You might be right. I just think he's gonna. Cause Vikings fans know about Jared Goff. We got lit up by that dude.
He also had one of the best set of weapons.
No, that's fair. That's fair. No, that's fair.
The best offensive line. But I'm gonna get into my picks.
Okay, thank you.
I'm gonna come back to tonight's game.
Okay.
I'm still up in the air. I'm gonna make my mind up. Okay, I got.
Do you agree with me? Because I'm obviously the genius of the show. So
that's that short man. Okay, well, I just noticed you got the Bengals Ravens game, but you ain't picked that game, or did you? Or is that just? Oh, okay. I wrote Rams twice. My bad. So you put Ravens, right?
Yes, I got Ravens.
Okay, Ravens. Okay, I go Ravens, Colts. I got the Titans in the
Whoa. You're picking the Colts?
And the Titans.
You're picking the Titans?
And I'm going to pick the Broncos tonight.
You know what? I can understand the Titans. I can definitely understand.
I can understand. The Colts been playing ball. You ain't watching, bro. Colts going to beat the Niners.
You know what?
You know they back to Garoppolo, right?
Yeah, well, that's why I picked the Niners.
I just think the Colts, they figured stuff out that game against the Ravens. And they've been balling. Telling you. Now when they go there and shock it, but these are my picks: Broncos, Ravens, Colts, Titans, Rams. So we gonna see you trying to put a weight. What's my debt? 150.
Yes.
Okay.
I'm still waiting on the 150 push-ups.
All right, we're gonna bet the 50 on this one. I get to it even 200. 200, I'll start doing them.
You should have been start doing it, but I'll put the 50 on him.
To it.
I'll put the 50 on him. That's fair enough.
So I get to even 200. I'll crank them out right now. I mean, not right now, but if I lose, I'll start cranking them out next show. That'd be the end of the segment.
Hey, fair enough. So we got a bet.
Guaranteed.
All right, so we're gonna get into a quick commercial
and
break.
These picks are written down, so don't try and duck me next week.
Not at all. There's no hole over here. But we're going to get into a quick commercial break, and when we come back, we're going to get into our NBA news for this week because, man,
your boy is disgruntled.
It is time. We got NFL, we got NBA. This is the best time of the year. So when we come back, we're going to have our NBA news, and it's going to get ugly, I can tell.
Cross mountain ranges, split cells, command the tools of tomorrow. We are a team of 1 million unique and powerful individuals. Join forces with us, and you can take on anything. What's your warrior? Find out at GoArmy.com.
Summer seems even brighter when you've been inside a while. It's time to drive again with Honda, KBB.com's 2020 best value brand. You could get a great deal on the 2020 Passport or 2020 Pilot, with financing as low as 0.9% APR on select models. Visit the Honda Summer Clearance event today.
For well-qualified buyers, see dealer for financing details based on 2020 brand image or McKelly Blue Book. Visit KBB.com for more information.
Hi, it's Jamie, Progressive's Employee of the Month, 2 months in a row. Leave a message at the... Hi, Jamie. It's me, Jamie. I just had a new idea for our song about the Name Your Price tool. So when it's like, tell us what you want to pay, hey, 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 and the trombone goes, blah, 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 and you say, we'll help you find coverage options to fit your budget. Then we just all do finger snaps while a choir goes, statements coming at ya, statements coming at ya. Yes? No? Maybe? Anyway, see you practice tonight. I got new lyrics for the rap break.
Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. Price and coverage match limited by...
All right, welcome back, Family Affair. This is here from 6 to 7, and we're about to get to our NBA news. So this week, NBA opens up. We got the Lakers. We took an L. What'd you think?
Oh, yeah, did it. You are who we thought you were. Yeah, got some old bodies. I'm going to give y'all the benefit of the doubt because it'd be real easy for me to just jump in and say I told you so. But I'm going to give y'all the benefit of the doubt because y'all had some pieces that were out. But in retrospect, I feel like it's going to be a work in progress. But I feel like y'all in trouble because y'all got too many people that y'all can just put in bad spots defensively. Y'all can score. Y'all could probably score with anybody, but
no, I feel you on that part. My thing is,
whoa, I wasn't done.
Oh, go ahead.
The other thing was so many of the ways y'all scored was kind of like because LeBron had a lot of jumpers. His jumper not that consistent to be relying on him to score that way, and I'm just like, okay. When does AD just become that number one? Because I still feel like LeBron's still the number one, and I just feel like, even though it's only one game, but I just feel like AD don't have that mentality. Like, I'm the best on the court, and I just like, I've been waiting for that. Even when he was in New Orleans, he was clearly the best player. It's just like, bro, like, there's a couple times in the Warriors game, he had somebody smaller on him. He shot a fadeaway. It went in. Why aren't you bullying him?
I don't disagree with you. I don't. AD is a bit of a frustrating player because he comes and goes. Like, for example, LeBron, you know what you're going to get with LeBron. He's going to give you 20 to 26 points. He's going to give you 8 to 10 rebounds, 8 to 10 assists. He's walking in with that. You know what you're going to get. Even at age 36, you know what you're going to get.
I am 36.
But you see what I'm saying? No, you know what you're going to get from LeBron. AD, you don't know what you're going to get. You might get the 40, 10, and 10, or you might get the 19, 3, and 3. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, that's what we have to work on this year is getting AD to be AD every game. Because, for example, you remember the conversations we had. Who's better, Giannis or AD? Skill-wise, I feel like AD is better. But Giannis has the mindset of, this is my team, this is my league, I'm going to go get it every single night. And I feel like that's what AD needs.
I don't know if that's, I know we had that conversation before, but I don't know if that's necessarily true anymore because I feel like.
What does Giannis do better than AD?
Giannis can facilitate. AD can't facilitate.
I don't.
And the rebounds and points, they about even, if not in Giannis' favor.
Giannis is not a facilitator. He moves the ball when he can't.
Not necessarily facilitator. He's a better passer.
I don't necessarily agree with that. From what I see is Giannis gets cut off and they force him to pass, and when he has to pass, he finds the open man. It's not that difficult. You're driving to the lane, you're attracting 3 or 4 people. Find somebody that's open.
From a guy that watched Kobe so many years shoot over 2 or 3 people, is it really that easy?
But that's the difference. Giannis is a big man driving down. So he's attracting way more than Kobe. Kobe is on the perimeter.
Giannis don't necessarily go straight to the block. Like Giannis get the ball and start fast breaks. He'll handle the ball.
You're absolutely right. Well, at the end of the day, where is he looking to go? To the paint. That's what I'm saying is I don't really, to me, somebody that's a good passer is you can get him in any spot and he's looking to find someone. Giannis is not looking to find someone. He's looking to score, and if somebody cuts him off, 9 times out of 10 you're going to need a second defender. So that second defender, you're passing his man.
You're going to look to score first.
I know. What I'm saying is he has those more opportunities because he handles the ball more. That's literally it. Like he has those opportunities more than AD because he handles the ball more than AD. AD has LeBron, and now he has Westbrook and Ron. Like he's waiting on the ball while Giannis is initiating the ball. You understand what I'm saying? Like,
so wouldn't that make him a little bit better? Like, all right, just last year alone,
I don't necessarily make him. What makes him better is his mindset and his overall demeanor. Like he's a number 1. That's what makes him better. AD is right now under LeBron. AD is a number 2 because LeBron initiates the offense. Everything goes to we want to listening to the offseason talks. It's like we want to run through AD, but in all actuality, we run through LeBron because AD does not bring it
forward. Giannis don't bring the ball up either. There's occasions where he'll get the rebound and go, but he don't necessarily bring the ball up.
What I mean by bring the ball up is like, for example,
you mean like initiate the offense,
and he does that. For example, that Brooklyn game, he got the rebound and took it most of the game. And if he didn't get the rebound, once they got past half court, who was they looking for? On the perimeter, Giannis. And he worked his way down. Like, that's the thing I think the league should be worried about with Giannis is Giannis is a lot more confident on the perimeter. I know it's only one game, but
he's always been like that. He don't care if he misses.
He always
never cared if he doesn't miss.
He doesn't care, but
and some of the misses be bad, bro.
And that's what I was getting at. Like,
but he don't turn to Ben Simmons.
He didn't. I feel like before he won the championship, he would do those things, but he didn't have the confidence that the confidence I saw he had the other night.
But I thought that came out from the finals.
Right. And that's what I'm saying. Like, winning a championship, your mindset is different. Like, I don't think Giannis thinks anybody can stop him in the league.
No, but you saw that. You see this with all the great players. You saw it with Kobe. You saw it with Jordan. You saw it with LeBron. After they win that first championship, it's just like, y'all can't say nothing to me no more. Like, now I can just play.
That's what I'm talking about. Giannis played so free against the Nets was that last night?
Mm-hmm.
He played so free. I was like, oh, the league is on notice right now because you let that man play free where he don't have to think at all. He's just unconscious is balling. The league might be in trouble.
I think they already are in trouble. And just to elaborate, because it's more than just points and rebounds with him, because like I said, he's a great assist. These are his assist numbers the last 4 or 5 years. Averaged 7 assists last year, 6 the year before, 5.6, 6 again that year, 5, and then 5 again. Like, that's extremely good for somebody that's not the primary ball handler for their team.
And I'm not knocking him. What I'm saying about assists as far as Giannis, because he's starting to elevate as a scorer, he's bringing way more attention to him, from the defense. So, being that he's 6'10", he got this long reach, he can see over the whole defense. Like, once he draws that second or third defender, it's not that difficult for him to just swing it. That's all I'm saying. Like, it's not that I'm knocking him as a passer.
That's like you knocking LeBron for being a good passer at 6'8".
No. What I'm saying is his passing is more of a result because the defense is catering to him. So yes, there's open defenders. Whereas early in LeBron's career, yes, he was attracting those 2-3 defenders. But right now, that's why I'm so impressed with LeBron's passing because he has AD. So he's not attracting 2 or 3. When he drives,
he go to the post, he do.
He doesn't post up that often. It's prime example was game 1. He took 15 jump shots. If you get LeBron to take 15 jump shots, I'll live with that.
Oh, but I only think he took the 15 because the pieces y'all got don't fit. And I think he has to play more perimeter.
Well, no. Let's get into that because I agree with you 100%. We don't need to start DeAndre Jordan. We need to start AD at the 5.
So you're going to put LeBron at the 4?
Yes. And then you got Russ at the 1, the 2 and the 3. Give Russ some shooters.
Who do you recommend?
Well, because of injury, fully
rostered.
Fully rostered.
Who would be our starting 5 fully rostered?
If it was me, now with the addition of Avery Bradley, I put Russ, Bradley, Bazemore, LeBron, and AD. Bazemore and Bradley lock up. Now, I'm not going to lie to you. Bazemore worries me starting at the 3, but that's where you have Russ.
You think he shoot it well enough to play that?
Oh, 40%? Absolutely. I'm worried. To be honest, I'm not convinced with Avery Bradley as far as shooting, but he has his moment.
I think he's more built to be in for y'all tough shots than Bazemore is just because he's done it, and he did it in Boston. He did it wherever he go. He hit tough shots.
My man, you ain't see Bazemore last year because he hit shots.
Did you forget what Avery Bradley did for y'all against the Clippers? He saved y'all because LeBron played like Dookie and AD was getting paid like Dookie. But you need players like that when y'all stars are going through that.
No, I know. That's why I would put him in the reason I put Avery Bradley and Bazemore in the starting lineup because they have the potential to go off from 3, but when you think of them, you think of lock-up defenders. They're going to give you 100% effort on defense.
I just worry about y'all offensively, though, because you're going to start Russ. Russ going to play. His man is going to leave him by himself, especially if he shoot like he did the other night.
No. And I agree with you 100%, but I feel like as the year goes on, they're going to find ways. They're going to put you're going to put the ball in the hands of your best player, and they're going to put the ball in LeBron's hand, and Russ is going to have to go back to OKC days where he used to cut with KD and James Harden. And I think he will get to that point. It's just going to take some time.
I don't know. I'm giving y'all a chance because I know basketball is it's more than a one-game thing, but I'm going to see how it play out. But, yeah, other than any more than anything else, the defense stuff scary because, like, y'all played the Warriors. Steph didn't go off, and y'all still gave him 121.
No. I'm 100% with you. Being that the last 2 years we were ranked in the top 5 for defense, and now we basically substituted defense for offense.
Yeah, basically a science project on defense right now.
But I believe in Frank and his rotate. Like, I believe in Frank's defensive scheme. What I think is going to happen is I think they have to adjust. You have Russell Westbrook. Whatever. No, he can't shoot. Let's be honest. He can't shoot. But he has, for example, where the Lakers struggled last year was we used to get beat up by bigger guards, like Russell Westbrook. I feel like he helps in that situation. If he will if he goes with the flow, you know what I mean? Like, for example, Frank Vogel is a defensive coach. You know what I mean? So you have to have defense. Basically, if you want to play for Frank Vogel, you got to play defense. If Russ leans into playing defense and facilitating, but that's the thing I feel like he's struggling with. He's not aggressive Russ, where he's getting into the paint.
Bro, he the third option.
But I think that's part in
They got to
his
stagger
head.
him and LeBron minutes.
Yes, I agree with you 100%. Start them, but I would take one of them out first.
I take Russ out first, let him rest, have him come back with the second
unit. The only thing because they've been doing that with LeBron, so I think that's the issue.
I think that's the opportunity for LeBron to rest.
Make some changes, right? Because I'm with you. Like, LeBron is one of the best, even at age 36, one of the best players in the league. You don't need to adjust to LeBron. Adjust to Russ. Take him out early in the first quarter. Let him rest. Come in with the second unit. Now, the issue with the second unit right now is they're bringing in Rondo because Kendrick Nubbin's hurt. Malik Hunt.
Yeah, at one point they had Rondo, Melo, and Westbrook all on the court at the same time.
And that's where we lost. Honestly, to me, that's where we lost the game. Because it's like, bro, you got 3 non-defenders. Like,
and Rondo and Westbrook can't shoot.
Russ can defend, but you have to motivate him to do that. And you're not motivating Russ to defend with Rondo, Melo. There was another bad defender for the fourth guy, and then basically you had 4 non-defenders and AD.
But if you got to motivate Russ to play defense at this point in his career where he, quote-unquote, wants to win a championship, he don't want to win a championship.
No, bro, I disagree with that because you're talking about a guy. Russ wants to win a championship, but
that's not enough motivation.
He's coming from 2. Every team he's played on, he wasn't the defender. He was the initiator of the offense. Now he doesn't have to be that, so now you're putting him in a different role. It's going to take time. And I agree with you. He needs to lean into more defense because LeBron could be the decision maker and all that stuff. He can go back to being the cut. Like, what I'm saying is Russ has less responsibility. So he needs to lean into doing other things for the team, not just having the ball in his hand. Which I think he could, because a lot of people are doubting him because of what you've been seeing for the past few years. Once Harden left, and it was just him and KD. And then once KD left, it was just him. So what I'm saying is you give Russ, he's the third option. Let him focus on defense and contributing to the offense instead of initiating the offense. I think it'll work wonders. It's just, does he have that mindset?
I'm
you don't believe in it?
No, because if you got to motivate them to do that and winning the championship,
it's not a motivation thing. It's a role switching thing. Okay, for example, Melo.
Oh no, I hear you with that. But my whole thing is, you said you came here to win the championship. You knew coming into it, you were gonna be the third option. It's LeBron, AD.
Right, but that's what I'm saying. Russ is struggling. He's too passive. In my opinion, he's too passive. He needs to be the aggressive Russ that attracts the defense to free up LeBron and AD.
Well, LeBron's a primary ball handler. That's not going to work.
To me, I don't feel like LeBron needs to be the primary ball. And that happened the first game. I don't think LeBron needs to be the primary ball handler until it's 5 minutes less than a game and it's winning time. We act like Russ never led a team. Like, he can lead a team. It's just when it's crunch time, decision making, I trust LeBron more than Westbrook. So my thing is, let Westbrook cook the first 3 quarters. LeBron take over the 4th quarter, and we should be good in that case.
We'll see. It's a work in progress, so we'll see, and we'll check back in on that one.
All right. Before we go, I just want to mention that we weren't able to get into the Nets and the Bucks. We'll have more information on them next week. But give me your take on the Bucks. Real quick? What do you feel about the Bucks?
Eastern Conference champions.
Over the Bucks? Oh, I'm over the Nets.
Yes, over the Nets.
Okay.
I'm
with you
don't
on
want
that.
no smoke with that physicality. And Giannis
I'm with you.
They're
I'm
deeper.
with you with that.
They're better. It's not. It's
the Bucks look like they have incredible confidence off of winning the championship, and if
they're going to take that out on everybody in the East.
If Giannis is willing to pull up, whether he makes it or not, if he's willing to pull up and put in the work.
I got a fact to throw out about the Eastern Conference. The Eastern Conference runs in streaks. LeBron had the 8 finals in a row. Who did he take over from? The Pistons. Pistons went to 7 straight conference finals. It runs in streaks in the East.
That's fair.
Even if you want to go back to Jordan ran the East.
No, that's fair,
when
bro.
When he went out, the Knicks and Magic.
That's why everybody says the West is always stronger than the East, because the East could run off.
If you could get a dominant team or a dominant player, you can take over the East, because with LeBron, he didn't have an equal for.
No, because I feel like Jordan was the same way,
because they were so dominant. They didn't have an equal, so
basically, you're saying this is Giannis' time.
I think they could start some stuff.
Bro.
Because you can't do nothing to him now, because he done seen it worse. He done airballed the free throws. He done took bad. He done hit the side. Well, not side or back. That's Paul George. But he done airball jump shots. And then I felt like when in the finals against Phoenix, he just said, "I'm just gonna be great. Like I missed a shot. I missed a shot."
No, I feel you. I think the league has been put on alert.
I'm not gonna say the league yet, because the West. They got people.
Bro, I don't know, man. Giannis,
no.
Giannis is a different yo.
I'm not saying they should be scared of the West by any means, because they can play small, they can play
what
big,
I'm
they
saying
can play
is
fast.
The Milwaukee Bucks have the confidence they can beat anybody.
Oh,
and that's
definitely.
a scary sight.
But it's more scary for the East, because you got to deal with him on a night in, night out basis.
Right. But we had a great show this week. We're running out of time, so we're gonna check back in next week. Same time, same place. I appreciate everyone tuning in. And this is Family Affair, and we'll see you next week.
Chill.